Today we're going to go over some extremely overrated or overhyped fragrances and the underrated fragrance from that fragrance house. Now by overrated, I don't mean that it's a fucking bad fragrance. For example, this is probably where we're going to start. It's a great fragrance, but it really overshadows the rest of the house. On the overrated ones, I'm not going to waste a bunch of time explaining to you what they smell like because majority of them you're going to know. I might do a little brief thing here and there, but without further ado, let's fucking get in with it. Starting with number one, which is Amouage Outlands. Now this might be partially because of myself, but it's a beautiful, dark, resinous, vanilla, spicy fragrance that is really good, but it got a lot of attention. And ironically, this has gone under the radar, which is Timber. And what's ironic about this is my favorite fragrance from Amouage, and this is my brother's favorite fragrance from Amouage. But this entire line, which is the Opus line, which actually predates these bottles, is kind of underrated as a whole. So this is a vanilla Christmas cookie, is the easiest way to describe it, with the timbery pine that is Christmas time. So this is underrated, this is a little bit overhyped, but they are both fucking good. Moving on to the next one, which is Stronger With You Parfum. I think this kind of got overhyped because of the campaign that they ran at that time. They really pushed heavily. I think it was around about the Christmas time anyway, and like that end of the year is just like fragrances get overhyped in general. I don't think this is as good as Stronger With You Intensely, but that's just my opinion. Next, underrated, and I think it's just because now it's been discontinued for a while, is the Acqua di Gio Profumo, which there's so many Acqua di Gios, but this is the perfect office fragrance in my opinion. It's a bit aquatic, it's a bit different, and it's just kind of gone underrated now because of the fact that it's discontinued. Next, might be one of the most overhyped fragrances of recent times, which is Angel Share OG bottle. It's beautiful, right? It's a bit sickly sweet, so you want to wear this sparingly or at the right time of the year. But an underrated one from Kilian would be Black Phantom. There's also Dark Road. There's a lot of underrated Kilians that happen to come in this bottle, and when they're in this bottle, they kind of get overhyped. But this is a chocolate peanut butter gourmand. That's the easiest way to put it. If you want to wear a Reese's cup in a bottle, very nice. Next, overhyped, right? So this is Boss Bottled Absolute. I think this was voted #1 fragrance of last year. It's a really nice fragrance, but it's made the entire line of the Boss Bottled kind of overshadowed because everyone just goes for this now. And there's this, which I actually kind of prefer, which is the Boss Bottled Triumph Elixir. They look very bloody similar. This just has a bit more of like that Amouage type of incensiness that you don't get from the Absolute. Next, probably one of the most overhyped fragrances, period, is, I'll say I can't spray it, it'll give me a headache. But this just got all the fucking glaze. Everyone glazed this shit. I can't do it because it gives me a headache, but I get why people like it. But this was overhated. This wasn't even underrated, this was overhated. This is Carios. My brother loves this. Now, this was really bloody expensive when it first came out. But now that it's hit discounters, it's like $270. It's a very, very nice fragrance. But this entire line kind of went overhated because of the price, even though somehow, some way, Symphony didn't get overhated, and this one we all knew was going to hit a discounter. Next, we have overrated, and it's not overrated, it's just people only look at this fragrance when it comes to Memo. This is African Leather. It is a beautiful fragrance, but for some reason, the House of Memo only seems to be known for this fragrance. Now, I have two underrated ones here. We have Madurai, which is this nice, soft, easy to wear, somewhat laundry floral, if that makes sense. And then on the other side of it, from the darker bottle, is Peleus Bourbon, which is kind of like a blonde amber type of vibe, but really like just done well, vanilla, really wintry, kind of date nighty, unique fragrance. And again, this isn't that this is overrated, it's just kind of overhyped, especially with this house that has so much that we all seem to only know. This. Next, this is probably the most overrated fragrance. This is JPG Elixir. This, I've never seen anything get as much hype and attention as this has. I'll give myself a headache doing so. But sweet lavender, date nighty type of vibe. And the most underrated, I think it's just because it's new and it's not the most fitting with JPG, is obviously the new Narcisse, which to me is more in my type of vibe. It's got that soft, musky, little bit of like orange blossom. It kind of feels like if Neroli Portofino Parfum had a baby with Must Therapy by Initia. If that wasn't the most overrated fragrance of all time, this one might be. This is Baccarat Rouge 540. X-ray. Now, regular one might be a bit more overhyped. Very, very simple, but very easy to wear, very easy to compliment. Just very nice in general. But it makes the entire house kind of go underrated, to be honest with you. But if I was to pick one, it would be Amouage Home, however you want to say it. This is one of those fragrances, the easiest way to describe it. You could signature scent this year fucking round. It's clean, it's a bit soft, it's a bit just, this is masculine soft though. This isn't like musky soft. This is just one of those perfectly signature scentable fragrances. The only thing I wish that on my skin it projected a bit louder. Again, this is one of those ones similar to Memo where it isn't that this is an overrated fragrance. It's just that it overshadows the entire bloody house unless you're super into fragrances. And the underrated one from this house would be the Hedonistic, which is, in my opinion, a top 3 cherry fragrance. Absolutely beautiful. Kind of has that like vibe if you took this and made it a cherry fragrance. It's just, it's done very well. And that the entire house here is just done in a way that is very fucking nice. But this just seems to overshadow them all. Next, we have Mykonos, with Overrated being the one that got all the viral attention, which is their God of Fire interpretation. And it's very nice, very sweet. But it's like the only thing I fucking thought this fragrance house did until I found out that they do shit like this. Which this is Empire by Mykonos, which I think it's some type of collab because it's got RRQ, whatever that is. But this to me, I heard it was meant to be like a VIW mixed with Afternoon Swim. But to me, I get VIW, Afternoon Swim, and then Suspiro Vibrato in terms of strength because the other two do not last. But to me, this absolutely fucking bodies this. And this is one of those ones where this is overrated and this is underrated, not just overhyped. Next, stronger with you. Spicebomb Extreme. Okay, now this is one of those fragrances, I know a lot of people love it. It was just never that for me. And it was one of those ones I bought purely off of hype and it was never it for me. But this was one that I got paid to talk about. It was the first ever paid promo I ever did, which was Spicebomb Metallic Musk, which is way more my type of vibe than this is. This is a bit too sweet for me. This was soft, dailyable. You could wear this summer, you could wear this winter, you could wear this on an expedition to Everest. I don't care where the fuck you wear it, it's very nice. And it is, like the name implies, almost like a sparkling musk fragrance with a little bit of like an ambery dry down. Very nice. Next, if the JPG and Baccarat were not the most overrated, then obviously this is the most overhyped. Dior Sauvage. It's beautiful. It is. It really is still. I mean, we can all say it's not fucking good, but it is good. You know, that aquatic kind of vibe, that just masculinity in a bottle. Fantastic. Overrated to an extent, more so overhyped. Underrated, but still hyped in a weird way, is Rouge Trafalgar Esprit. Now, my brother loves this. I love this. My mom loves this. My dog loves this. Everyone fucking loves this. It's just this fruity, like, beautifulness in a bottle. It smells like, if Gris Dior is the feminine version of Ribena in a bottle, this is the more masculine version of Ribena in a bottle. Next, probably the most overrated Middle Eastern fragrance, which is Lattafa Camera. I'm not spraying it, it gives me a headache. But sweetness, too much for me. Underrated though, and it's not going to be Breeze or anything that I've spoke about before. It's falling, its lids come off. This is Queen of Roses, which is kind of almost bloody identical, but maybe a little bit heavier on the rose to Brompton Immortals X-Straight. No one talks about this. Nice, oody, date nighty, phenomenal fragrance. Queen seems to imply that it's feminine, which is really not. I feel like this is a truly unisex fragrance. And bottle, just listen. Exactly. They didn't cheap out on that bottle. Next. Okay, if that's not the most overrated, you know, Middle Eastern fragrance, the most overhyped, if you will, then it has to be Club de Nuit Intense. I mean, Club de Nuit in general. But it is Aventus in a bottle, let's be honest. Now, underrated, I will stand by this one. This is SHK2, and this is essentially a fruity, masculine date night fragrance that is very affordable. It's an original creation, and it's done in a very good fashion. And now, last but far from least, overrated, overhyped, we have Boulder Freak Absolute. To me, I really do like it. It's very easy to wear, but it kind of smells like BR540 with a bit more fruit. But underrated is Rouge Chaotic, which kind of smells like a Byrider version of Rouge Trafalgar.